Hi guys, my name's Leif. I've recently just got back from a trip to Nepal where I climbed Island Peak and trekked to Mount Everest Base Camp where I ran the Tenzing Hillary Everest Marathon. It's a cool race, I suggest everybody should do it. I went over there with my partner and we were lucky enough to get sponsorship from Kathmandu. So that's why I've got all this Kathmandu stuff around me. We applied for their sponsorship program in part of raising money for a few organisations around here, charity groups, Riding for the Disabled, and then the Australian Himalayan Foundation. So we raised a few grand for each of those organisations, which was fantastic. So I was just going to do a quick review of all this gear. I'll start with one of the items I used probably the most, just about every day on the trek. Every day up and down hills. These are the Faisan compact trekking poles, made in Italy, 158 grams. They claim to be the world's lightest. They're aluminium ones, not carbon, so I don't know if they're lightest against carbon as well. Telescopic in 3 sections, really easy to adjust on the move and also in freezing conditions. They didn't freeze lock closed, which is important if you want to chuck them in your pack or something halfway up a mountain. They didn't slip at all or anything. They lock real tight and don't move. The tips of them really durable. We went over thousands of rocks and these are still intact. They also come with a snow basket, though I didn't need that. So yeah, it's really good, super good grip. Comes with the wrist leash as well. I couldn't really fault these. They're really durable. You hit them on rocks and they've only got a few scratches, and yeah, not an issue at all. Highly recommend those if you're going anywhere in the Everest region. So that's the fully compact size of them. It's about a bit longer than my arm, and then fully extended. I mean, yeah, they're pretty good all around. Another really important item for the mountains were the gloves. They clip together. Handy if you don't want to lose them. You can, when they're floating around in your pack or the tent, just clip them together so you find one, you find both of them. And also for clipping onto things. They have a little zip on there for chucking your heat pads into. Also really useful if you're going in the snow. Inside, we have tissues. But they're, the soft fleecy inside, that's non-removable. Some of these types of gloves have a removable inner layer. It was good not having the removable one, I found, because you could also wear your liners over the top as well. Really easy to get on and off with cold hands. That's it. I never had an issue getting these on and off at all. They tighten really simply across the wrist as well, and also back along here to keep any snow out. So I would recommend these for skiing, snowboarding, all of those sorts of sports if you're in powder snow, but also as a mountaineering kind of glove. Super durable. They've got a leather palm, Gore-Tex outer, so you're not going to get any moisture in there at all. Fantastic glove. We also got the full Gore-Tex Pro jackets, a his and her version. Essentially the same, but just slight variation in the way they're cut. The women's one's a bit more tapered and different colour. So these are the XT series full Gore-Tex top of the line waterproof jackets. If you're doing any serious mountaineering, you want a Gore-Tex Pro outer shell jacket. Stops all the wind, stops all the rain, you're not going to get wet in this. The hood was really good. You fit a helmet under this hood, which is important for your climbing. It has a metal band in here, so you can actually adjust the shape of the visor and it will stay in that shape. Zips in all the right places. These toggles on the zips on the chests were super good to use, and you can even grab them with your gloves on. Those ones are really good. The front one, we got tapered seam everywhere, everywhere's sealed. You got your pit zips as well, super big pit zips. It's a really good jacket. I wore this a lot, both when we were climbing and also just on the daily trekking. When it got a bit warm, under the pit zips, and it's like half a jacket's come off, so that was awesome. The front zip, I did have a bit of an issue with this zip. I don't know if it was just my jacket or if they're all like this. I doubt it, because my partner wearing that one didn't have any issues with the end of hers. But I just struggled a bit, maybe it was just me, and actually being able to pull this up. I had to sort of get it on the right angle, which is off to the right a bit, so I think it's just me. But you know, it hasn't broken, it hasn't even looked like any damage has happened to it, and I've given it a fair few hard yanks. It's got a powder skirt in there as well, for those snowboarders and skiers out there who might want this type of jacket. I didn't use this obviously in a mountaineering context, and probably could have just left it at home really. It does zip off if you don't want to use it. It's got an internal pocket for your iPhone, you know, iPod, whatever. Yeah, there's your Gore-Tex, fully lined, and it has the Reco system on there as well, which is advanced rescue technology. Supposedly it makes it easier to find you if you get stuck in an avalanche. I didn't test that out, so I'm not really sure how it works. What else? I used a size small. I'm 183 centimeters tall. This is my build, and I weigh about 60 to 65 kilos, and that was a perfect fit for me. On the cuffs, you've got your Velcro adjusters on the cuffs as well. Really good. So really solid jacket all round. I love wearing it, and it's quite versatile. Scrunches up real small too, so easy to pack. We also got in terms of an outer shell, your Gore-Tex, full Gore-Tex Pro outer shell pant. These were awesome as well. You know, fully waterproof. It's just what you need. Fully waterproof and windproof. On the instep, you've got a kick panel there, so it's going to lessen any damage if you're wearing crampons and things. Less likely to tear through this material. So that's I don't know what material it is, but it's super tough. You've got like a like an internal gaiter in there, which adjusts as well to wrap around your boots. So you don't actually have to wear gaiters, external gaiters over the top of your boots if you don't want to with these on. But if you're taking these on and off, you might want to have a gaiter on anyway. They are not full length zip, they're 3/4 length zip. Up to the bottom of the side pockets. Again, all the zips are fully sealed. And these, you know, I didn't have any issues getting these on and off over my boots. There is enough room to do that. If you're wearing crampons though, you might want to be careful not to get it hooked. But really solid pant, really comfortable to move in. Adjustable sides as well to make it, you know, you don't have to wear a belt, which is good. So yeah, highly recommend these if you're doing any activities in the snow. Again, scrunches up real small, so you can just chuck it in the bottom of your pack, no dramas. The other pants we got were, this is the male version of the Kathmandu XT series soft shell pant. Awesome. Can't rate these highly enough. They're contoured, stitched. They've got an internal side kick panel there again for boot scrapes, crampon scrapes. They're not, some of these, like your glacier type pants, will have a furry lining like what's on the inside of the gloves. But these don't, but I didn't need it. These were really super warm. They blocked most of the wind. They've got a zip on the side there for ease of access, if you want to try and get normal shoes in. You wouldn't get a boot around that, but normal shoes you might. Side pockets on both sides, and like your cargo pockets and 2 side pockets. The male version has this belt attached to it. Super easy, clips in, and then to undo it, you just push it like that and it pops open. Again, really easy to do with gloves on too, which is important if you need to go to the toilet halfway up the mountain. Super warm, highly recommend those. I walked in those all day, every day, just about. The female version, the only difference is it doesn't come with the belt. It's just got this silky kind of stretchy bit on the sides, but you can attach your own belt. It's got all the belt loops there. Other than that, it's exactly the same pant. I wore the, what size was this? Medium, small size. Sorry, I changed it from the medium. Fit me perfectly. Now the other main item we got from the sponsorship program was the Polaris XT sleeping bag. This is a 700 loft dry fill goose down sleeping bag. It's the top of the line bag. Their temperature ratings are written on the inside. It's come off a little bit. Comfort was to up to 9 degrees. I probably wouldn't recommend using this in a fully enclosed way in any temperatures above 0. It's a really warm sleeping bag, but we slept in it down to about -10 degrees Celsius, and I was just wearing shorts and a t-shirt. The ratings on here are spot on, I think. We didn't get any lower, so I didn't experiment with the risk zone, which says it goes down to -38 degrees. But I'm sure it will keep you warm, down to -15, -20, no dramas, especially if you're wearing other layers inside that as well. The zip was really easy to use. It has this extra stitched panel along the inside, which I think that really helped in terms of the zip not catching when you're trying to do it up. Really smooth. The hood, it's got adjusters for the hood, all your toggles. Easy to use when you're inside the sleeping bag as well, and adjust. Everything you'd expect from a top of the line sleeping bag. This is the storage bag it comes with, so that's how you store it so it doesn't stay compressed and ruin the down. Otherwise it goes into its own compression bag, which is that. So this is the regular size and it fit me perfectly. It weighs 1.43 kilos. The zip's on the left, and yeah, that's all the information. So that's the only colour it comes in, but super warm and we love them. The other items we got from Kathmandu, a set of playing cards, always good for a bit of entertainment. They come with some nice photos and some words of wisdom on there. I think an item I couldn't do without on a trip would be some dry bags. These were really useful in terms of using them as like a packing cell, but also obviously in a mountaineering context, anywhere you're going to get wet, these are 100% waterproof, so they're not going to leak if you use them correctly, like fold them over 3 times. Try and keep as much air out of them as you can. So they'll come in all different shapes and sizes. We did use some standard packing cells as well. These are good for chucking your dirty clothes in and things too. Hooks on them so you can just hang them off the outside of your bag and things like that to air out. Another really important item was this. Looks like a plastic sheet, but it's actually a pack liner. So you can obviously cut it down to whatever size you need, but the bigger the better. You can take it out the top of your pack, scrunch it up and twist it around to keep everything inside your pack super dry. Has a few games and stuff on it too. So that was really useful. Had that in my pack the whole time. And the other items we had, obviously Kathmandu socks. I have used Kathmandu socks a lot and found them really good. So we just got a combination of hiking socks, merino ones, non-merino ones. So I've used just about all of the ones Kathmandu stock, and they're all great as far as I can tell. Ear warmers. Kathmandu sell a range of ear warmers as well, which are great for in the snow. And obviously your merino thermal liners too. So we had these on, not all of the trip, but a fair chunk of it. Really comfy. Had no issues. They didn't itch or anything like that. And also a little merino beanie. So that was about all the gear that we got through the sponsorship program. Very grateful for Kathmandu, and it made the trip a lot easier. Thank you very much.